Art can be more complex than other sort of mediums where we understand ourselves, because it can mean one thing to one person and one thing to somebody else, and it can be good and bad and positive and negative and everything in between. And really, I think when we're witnessing art, we're just meeting ourselves, you know? The figure of Mary Magdalene, first thing that came to mind was prostituted women, sex work, this kind of piece, you know, because I think that's what she's kind of known for being. Through the research and stuff, it kind of became apparent to me that the early church had done kind of what we would call now like a kind of a hit job on her character. So they had purposefully put forward this myth that she was a prostitute in order to undermine her spiritual authority, because they had made the decision that only men could have spiritual authority in the church. It was set in almost a kind of a mythical Tallaght. So there's nothing about Tallaght in it, but what I did do was I worked with local actors where possible, and obviously we worked with, you know, local catering and all that kind of stuff, so we made it really in and of Tallaght, but it's not about Tallaght. I tried to cast everybody in the film as a working class person, so it's just a world where only working class people exist. So even if there's like a politician in it or anyone else, it doesn't matter that they traditionally be middle class, they're all just working class in this world. I guess if you get a commission like this, the first thing you have to do is go to that space, like to the Magdalene Laundry space. I'd worked with survivors on my piece, We Don't Know What's Buried Here, and I just knew already, I was like, I've done that, I've interrogated that piece, and this wasn't something that I needed to revisit. It kind of left me free then to actually look at Mary Magdalene as a saint and her cultural sort of resonance around the world, like in a more broader than Ireland, you know. It's creating a space to have really important conversations, and I think modern society, or whatever you want to call it, has lost a really important part of itself with the internet and stuff, because the need to gather in public together seems to be inefficient now. But actually coming together in public, I think spiritually, is really important. And also, we all know there's certain conversations you can only have face to face. So it's like giving people a reason to gather. You know, I think that's a great reason to do art. And with the theatre work I do, I've often found that you can have these kind of post-show discussions that become almost town hall meetings. You would sort of put forward the piece, and then you'd have these post-show discussions which would become sort of like town hall meetings. But unfortunately, you know, town hall meetings can't really happen in this climate, because people are just concerned that, like, you know, right-wing people will come and left-wing people will fight and all this kind of stuff, whereas art is sort of a subtle way where you can do that, where it's not kind of on the nose. So yeah, I think it's vital as a way for people to connect and talk face to face about issues.